Tiffany, this film has been 3 years in the making. How are you feeling about it finally being released? I mean, this is The Lion King.
I'm still pinching myself. Every day that we're doing something new, I'm like, wow, you're really a part of the Lion King family. This is wild. Yeah, it's still a dream come true.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
So I feel like Sarabi's voice is a lot different to like your natural voice. And I'm always wondering, when people do voiceovers, how do you prepare? Especially how do you prepare for this role? Because you are playing a lioness.
Yes. Well, for me, I had quit auditioning for voiceovers like years ago. And so when this came across my desk, I was like, okay, how am I gonna do this? Because I never thought I was good at voiceovers. So I got a voiceover coach.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I watched all the old films, you know, Madge Sinclair's performance, Alfred Woodard's performance. And then luckily from Barry Jenkins, I was able to like have a lot of freedom. He was like, you don't have to try to do what they did. You're just trying to she's trying to find herself. So try to find yourself in the process. And so with all of that, you know, it's what it came to be. Yeah.
And I love how specific it is. So it's not just an acting coach anymore. You had to specifically go to a voiceover coach. I didn't know that was even a thing. That's really cool.
Thing. My incredible voiceover coach, Kritia Bios, she's excellent. Yeah.
And if you could pick one quality of a lioness that you think every woman should embody, what would that be and why?
You know, the lionesses are the like hunters.
Yeah, and you know, I didn't know that until I watched this.
Yeah, they're the hunters. So that means they have to like really listen and pay attention. And I think as women, we naturally have that in us.
Yeah.
But the more you listen to your instincts, the stronger of a woman I think you are. Really listen to your gut.
Yeah, the strength of a woman. And I think you actually said this in one of your other interviews. Anything a man can do, a woman can do better. And that's literally the case when it comes to like the lions. They're chilling. We're out there hunting. I say we as if I'm a lioness, but you know what I mean?
We're
out there
lionesses,
hunting.
right?
Yeah, which is really cool. Like the strength in that is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably through the whole animal kingdom, you know what I mean? Like the females are the ones that hold things up and keep things going. So
we hold it down.
Yeah, we hold it down.
I love that. Were there any crazy like lion facts that you didn't know about before that you know now through doing your research or like preparing for the film?
I think that's how I found out too that they were the hunters, is from like, that was the thing for me. I was like, wait, what? That's how the men don't hunt at all? Like they don't do anything? Like that was crazy to me. Yeah.
That is a crazy fact. And I want to go a little bit more into your personal story because I feel like that's so inspiring for a lot of people. You quit auditioning a while ago, and then you also have a deep fear of singing in front of people.
Yes.
So how did we go from that to now you're here, you're in The Lion King, you're an established actress as it is, you have to sing in front of people for this role.
Yeah.
How do we go from like quitting to now?
Ooh, good question. Because there was there was the quitting of doing voiceover auditions, which came later. But I quit acting for a little while, for a year. I quit doing voiceover auditioning. Yeah. And I definitely wasn't singing in front of people. You know what it is? It's just, I was saying yesterday, leap in the net will appear.
Yeah.
Through this process, I mean, something I feel like the universe is always trying to tell me, and I don't always listen, but this project in particular is like, if you're afraid of something, like deeply afraid, and I don't mean like jumping out of a plane or holding a spider or something crazy, like that you don't need to do.
Yeah.
But if it's something that is so scary to you, but at the end of it is like, oh, but that would be really cool, then run towards it. So as scared as I was of the singing, and I almost was like, I'm not auditioning anymore because y'all want me to sing. I knew at the end was me being a part of this film.
Yeah.
And if that is the end, if at the end of that I can be in London talking about Mufasa directed by Barry Jenkins, then I'm just going to leap and I'm just going to figure it out. And that means being very prepared and like having singing lessons for a year. Fine. But at the end of it, you're going to be okay.
I love that. And I resonate with it so deeply. If you ask any of my friends, whenever they come to me for some advice, I'm always like, you feel the fear, but you do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I live by that as well. There are so many things, especially like in a career like this, for example, that like even presenting, that is so scary and you feel like you're doing it by yourself and you have to push your content online and all this kind of stuff. But I'm like, okay, I know my end goal and what I want to do. So even though I'm scared to do it all, I have to feel that fear and still do it. So I feel like it's very, very similar.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like a lot of people could really resonate with that. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
But in your role, obviously you are expanding on the legacy of The Lion King, which is huge in itself. But what new layers do we see in Sarabi's character?
yeah, I think when we meet her in the original, she's just like this perfect wife and mother and queen and full of wisdom and strength, right? And I think you get to see how she gets to that place. Like, she's more complicated than that, I think, with any woman. I mean, once you become like a wife and a mother, then people think that's all that there is to you. No. I had a whole life before these people. You know what I mean? I had a whole thing going, and that's what you get to see with Sarabi, the challenges that she went through to become the great queen that she became.
Exactly. I love that backstory.
Yeah.
And Disney fan, obviously, have to be a Disney fan.
Who isn't?
Who isn't, exactly.
Yeah.
If you could voice anyone else in the Disney universe, who would it be and why?
Oh. Okay, I mean, for me, I grew up being obsessed with Jasmine.
Nice.
I love The Lion King, but Aladdin was my other favorite. And so, because I was like, where are the brown and black people in Disney? And she was like one of the first ones. So Jasmine would probably be it.
I love that. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. That's been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.